A very pleasant good afternoon as we welcome you into another edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here at Quaker Steak and Lube, back at our customary home away from home. And we love being here Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons from 2 to 4 p.m. And lots to get into today. We will cover a wide spectrum of topics and have a wide variety of thoughts, I suspect, on the various topics as we head into the throes of summer, dear Goon, and I'm okay with that. I like the throes of summer.
Sure. No more basketball, no more.
Been a
no
little
more
chilly.
hockey.
Nope. NBA and
unbelievable.
NHL season's coming to an end over the weekend, and so into baseball mode. Obviously, football around the corner, and well, let's start there because the Brendan Sorsby news
just unbelievable.
is. I would love to have actually sat in on some of the discussions. And actually, I am really curious to see how this goes now, because if you are an NFL team,
exactly where I'm going.
Are you not petrified?
How is the NFL even letting him in?
Oh, that's actually a pretty reasonable question, I think. So, if you did not hear the news, Brendan Sorsby, who was going to his third college football team with previous stops at Indiana and Cincinnati, then was
a successful career at Cincinnati,
set to go to Texas Tech. And then earlier this year, he said he had a gambling problem, owned up to many bets over the years in a wide variety of sports, including some on his own team. And so the NCAA steps in, says, you're out, suspended. He sues the NCAA and somehow, inexplicably, gets a judge in Texas to say, I don't really see the problem here until this thing gets adjudicated. Why wouldn't you allow him to play? So, he can play. And the case not scheduled to be adjudicated until after the college football season. So we go through all of that. As you would expect, there is a hue and cry about as unanimous as it gets. And I always get
massive nationwide.
And I always I tried to have a little fun last week and take the opposite opinion, because generally speaking, in all seriousness, I do think when you get everybody weighing in on one way on something, that usually concerns me, because it means more often than not that I think people are just you're getting into mass hysteria and you're not thinking things through. This is one of those rare cases where no, everybody was right, and the reason there was mass condemnation and widespread was because it was so painfully obvious. I mean, it would be the only thing I can think of that was an equivalent is, again, you get people suing the medical doctors all the time for various things, and there's usually more nuance than not. But if you went in for a infection of your finger and they amputated your arm, I think there would be mass, and every medical expert out there said, well, no, there was no need to do that. You just needed to give some antibiotics and the finger would have been fine. Well, again, there would be mass condemnation there, because that is insane. This is insane. I mean, this was an insane ruling. So I suspect Sorsby decided, I'm not sure I want to go through an entire season where I am the villain of a sport. I mean, cut, dried, no question about it. There might be other players that would be disliked and, hey, they're getting too much money, this and that. Sorsby would be the villain. And even within his own locker room, and this is why I would love to know what some of the discussions were, because there had to be some would-be teammates looking around saying, are you kidding me? Like, this guy bet on college football, and we're going to pretend that he's our leader now?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So, Texas Tech's AD came out and tried to give a defense in terms of, hey, we're just trying to abide by the rules. This is what the judge says. Who are we to step in? As if schools don't step in all the time for non-legal issues and say, yep, this isn't going to cut it. So
his excuse was Sorsby was paying for that district, for those lawyers, not Texas Tech.
Correct. And that there was
that's what they were hiding behind. It was on his
they
fruition.
Could do. And the Texas Attorney General also let it be known, because the Big 12 had some meetings, and we don't really know exactly what transpired there. But the thought was the Big 12 may step in and say, no. You're not playing in our league.
Yes.
There were schools that were talking about not allowing their teams to schedule Texas Tech in the future as a result of this, if Texas Tech went forward. So,
and I agree with all of that.
Yeah, after probably considerable discussion internally, what is being reported is that Brendan Sorsby and Texas Tech have mutually agreed to part ways, and that Sorsby now is going to enter the NFL supplemental draft. And I think the parting of the ways makes sense. I think Sorsby is doing himself a world of good by not sticking around college football. But again, number one, he is a talented quarterback. There is nobody anywhere that is disputing that. Now, exactly where or how his game, where he fits in the overall pantheon of quarterbacks and whether his game translates effectively to the NFL, again, it's a crapshoot always. Who knows? By the way, Sorsby betting on the crapshoot probably. Sorry, no,
he's on caution right
now. So, yeah, that's my question: is there any NFL team? By the way, I am not saying personally that I think Sorsby needs to be banned for life, although we have seen that. As the punishment many times in sports. So I'm also not saying I'd have a great problem with it, but I do think at the very least, you've got to give him a year or two to show that, you know what, I have cleaned up my life. I really am a person that can be trustworthy, understands the importance of the integrity of a game, all of those things. And again, we can debate whether or not that should be a road. What I don't think is, I don't see it as even mildly debatable, is that this guy should be allowed to earn money playing football in the upcoming season at any level in any way. That just seems, and again, part of it is, I think he needs to really spend some time on his own affairs and kind of get his life in order here, because this, by his admission, I mean, this wasn't, oh, hey, I thought I could make a quick few hundred or few thousand or whatever. I'm going to bet here or there. This was
thousands,
crazy,
not dollars, thousands of bets.
Yes, of individual bets on all kinds of things, including many college football games, including, again, the teams that he was playing on. So I just can't imagine that the NFL is, well, I'm not even sure. I can't believe the NFL would allow a team to draft him. I can't believe that a team, even if they were allowed to draft him this year, right now, would do so. Again, you might have some conversations. Hey, get back to us in a year, and maybe you see a team that, hey, we'll help, good faith effort here. We'll pay for some of the counseling or whatever. I don't know the legality of what's allowed and not allowed there, but whatever. I can't imagine any NFL team saying, "Yep, come on in. We're looking at you as a possible starter for the upcoming season," or even forget starter. Right? Yeah, you're a project. We'll work with you. Let's get you in the locker room here for the upcoming year. I can't imagine that any team is going to do that. And even if not for ethical reasons, and I think that would be plenty reason enough. But do you want this sideshow for an entire season if you are a team that is trying to put together any kind of contending organization? I don't know. I find it hard to believe that anything like that is actually going to take place.
I mean, it's just running away from all the damage that's been caused. And then you're going to run to the NFL, and I just don't see an NFL team saying, okay, this is worth it. I mean, there are going to be a million questions for this kid. One is he going to have any kind of ramifications for what he was doing? I brought up Terrell Pryor earlier when we started talking about this, and that was, if you recall, the NFL, they levied a suspension on him about Tattoo-gate because he left Ohio State when he got kicked out of there and was on a 4-game suspension. The NFL said, okay, well, we're gonna honor the NCAA and give him that 4-game suspension. There was no precedence for that ever before, but there sure as hell is precedence now if that was the case. So, in my opinion, this kid shouldn't even be drafted. I mean, the NFL, and when everybody says they collude and all that, well, this is a good time to freaking collude and say, you know what? No one touched this kid, because this is the battle that they are going to fight when they legalized gambling 5-6 years ago. This is the tip of the iceberg right now. It's like, okay, we could nip this in the butt right now, I think, and make a example out of this kid. I think the NCAA was trying to do that with a suspension, and then you got a judge in there. I don't know what the judges in this country think that they have all this freaking power in anything, in politics and now in the collegiate sports. But my opinion is that he shouldn't be in the NFL, and if he is, he should at least have a 1-year suspension. Again, to sit back and say, okay, I effed up really bad. Because right now, if somebody drafts him in the supplemental draft, no repercussions. He goes right into the NFL, and he's on a team, and he starts playing. There's nothing. He paid nothing for his sins, I guess you'd say, for illegally doing, like, it's to say it's not harped upon in college sports, this gambling thing is insane. Because it's always talked about. Even when it was not even legal for us to gamble, they were hammering us about do not gamble, do not gamble, do not. And then it becomes legal, and it's as easy for these guys to just sit in their locker room and saying, "Hey, who do you like tonight? I like the Chiefs."
But again, it is illegal for them, and
to bet on sports, right?
Yeah, until you're 21. Like, not NCAA rules. Not. I mean, it is an illegal action. Like, you are not legally allowed.
When he was betting on Indiana as a 19-year-old freshman in Indiana, and I haven't looked, but I don't know if Indiana was even allowing gambling then.
No, that I don't know.
The state of Indiana were they allowing gambling, or was he using an account in a different state? Because now you're talking about money being wagered in, you're going to get into the cross-state money transfers and stuff like that. Then that turns into the F word. That's a federal crime. Yeah, and then he's using illegal credit cards because he's not 21. How did he set up an account if he wasn't 21? I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
ooh, baby. And then to just say, you know what? I just completely disrupted the Big 12, specifically Texas Tech. Just destroyed them. Their name was mud for a little bit in the past few days. And specifically what that guy said about Penn State to me really pissed me off. And for Sorsby to say, meh, it's not worth the hassle. I'm just going to leave and join the NFL. Like it's just a nonchalant thing. Like, nah, no big deal. I'm just going to join the NFL now. And the NFL is going to put their foot down.
I think so.
And they won't. They'll sit there. They sit there and they will sit on their high horse and tell their fans, end racism. Everybody love everybody. This and that. Politics doesn't matter. This and that. And now it's your turn. But no. If he can play football, they don't give a crap. Unbelievable.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I think in this particular case, they may actually.
I think there'll be too much pressure on them not to do something. The NFL.
Yeah. I mean, it would be an awful look. That is for sure. I didn't even realize. I guess it's Penn State Day on the Big Ten Network, is it? So you can check out the Big Ten Network today for Penn State sporting events. And it just so happens we have the wrestling victory over Ohio State from this past season at the Bryce Jordan Center that is playing at the moment.
How'd you know it was a victory? Huh?
Just lucky guess. By the way, that'll lead us into the next topic, which is the UFC event, UFC 250 at the White House. It was interesting. I like to scan around the radio dial, and I was doing so on the way in here and was listening to Clay and Buck on another radio station. But Clay Travis provided some testimony. Was that last week, right? I think last Monday or Tuesday. I might be off on the day, but recently he provided testimony to Congress on the NFL violating the antitrust laws. They were given an exemption, but it was the exemption was as long as you're providing the opportunity to fans to be able to watch the games on network TV. And of course, that is no longer the case. And so this became a point of discussion. And we'll see where it goes. There's a few different things that I'm just not sure I completely understand. While I am in favor, and I've complained vociferously here on this very show about the difficulty with which the NFL makes it, and it's not just the NFL, but the NFL in particular makes it for its fans to find their team's games. There are times where I'm just assuming it's on, Fox or CBS, and then it's not there. Or, and again, the Thursday night thing just drives me crazy to begin with. But so anyways, the argument is, they should not be, particularly for the bigger games, but really just in general, these games need to be accessible without additional costs to the average fan. And honestly, I could make that argument either way. Because as I was listening to Travis coming in, and I enjoy him and the program, but he kept saying that the fans prior to this got to see it for free, and they didn't. I mean, you're paying for cable or for. I mean, I get that the CBS games, I guess theoretically, are quote unquote free over the air if you Do you know anybody?
No.
Now, I mean, I did as a kid. I knew. I mean,
With the
the
foil.
antenna TVs
Yep.
were not uncommon. No, I wouldn't say they were common, but they weren't uncommon. Anyways, I guess theoretically, but again, you still have to purchase the
analog
TV and all
buttons,
that.
all
Anyways,
that
it's
stuff.
not free, but I get the point, and I think it's a worthwhile debate. What I had not thought of, but I think he had a very good point, in particular with the way this event was marketed. This UFC 250. And I went down to our buddy Pat Romano's and good number of the wrestling room contingent were down there to support Bo Nickel and support the program.
Yes.
At the same time, which was really neat. So I go down there and we're watching this and we're talking about different things, and this never came up. But Clay Travis was making the argument today, and I think it's actually a pretty good point. Is this was it was on Paramount Plus. This really should have been an event, and this should have been on CBS. It should have been on just over the air. You're using. Right, a public building, a public lawn. It is the people's house, the people's lawn. Really, taxpayer money went into setting that up. Well, and then you're making the taxpayers pay additional money. I think that's
it was also available on
very
Fox.
Good point.
That's what I thought it was on. I thought it was going to be on not the TV channel Fox News. It was supposed to be on Fox News, I thought, but it was
don't
not.
Think
it was
so.
on
I
the
think
app.
it was. Yeah,
it was on
I think
the Fox
it was
News
Paramount
app
Plus.
that you can buy for like $9 a month or something like that. So it was on that because that's why I thought it was on Fox, regular Fox News.
No.
And then when I tried to turn it the other night, I was on the hockey game, and I'm like, I want to go watch these fights and stuff like that, and I couldn't find them. I said Paramount. I said. Because somebody had said it to me earlier, I was like, no. In my head, I was like, no, it's on Fox News. But yeah, I'm with you on that. That was
it was a very good point.
They should have.
I wish I had thought of it.
Yeah,
but Clay Travis was making that contention. I'm
By
like,
the way,
that's absolutely right.
I have to completely tell you what I was just thinking when you were saying Clay Travis.
Yeah,
I was thinking you were talking about Clay Stedman from the wrestling club. And I was like, "What the hell is he doing talking to Congress?" And I was like, "Oh, I got you now. I forgot. You like, Clay. Okay, that Clay." I was just like, "What the hell is he going to talk to Congress now?" That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But now, I did watch the replay of the Bo fight.
It was better live. It was I will say so. There's a couple of things about that too. So there's been a lot. I've consumed more media than I probably should over the last 24 hours. And it's mostly been on in the background. I'm trying to get other things done, but I'm intrigued by some of the stories that are out there. So I didn't even know, and I actually thought so. A couple of buddies of mine were down there. And the one, I thought, honestly, I thought he was joking around. He said, I'd rather be here watching this than the Jane Fonda counter programming. And I'm like, oh yeah, could you imagine? Like, no, he like with Bette Midler and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, that would be. And it took like 5 minutes until they're like, no, like that is a thing that's happening. I'm like,
that's
one of the
counter arguments.
I'm like, that's hilarious that you would think of that. Like, no, that's what's actually happening. And so
you can't make this up, Jeff.
Well, here is the thing, though. So I will say, and I like my physical, aggressive sports and all of that. I watched this, and we didn't. I think we saw four or five fights. Anyways, we left before everything had finished up. I will say, UFC is brutal. Like I understand people that are like, yeah, I'm not. I'll just tell you, I went to the one at the Jordan Center, and I will not go to a live one again. It is, people talk about being on the sidelines of NFL games, and it's like you don't understand how hard they're hitting, like the contact is,
the speed,
and
the
you
hitting,
just
the collisions.
and you don't. It's not the same on TV now. Was it vicious and those knockouts and TKOs brutal? Did that come across on TV? Yeah, but the degree to which that brutality is being leveled, I think, is hard to really pick up on. Jeez, Marcus Blaze got a reversal to win it.
Wow.
I didn't even. I thought once they got past the 16-second mark, that was it. Didn't even think about the reversal, as I said at the time.
I'm with you. When the live MMA, what gets me, Ironhead, it's probably where you're going with this, is when both threw that right, and the guy was going down and out, and he was going back on his back, but you have to finish him in that sport.
Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah.
And I hate that.
I'm with you on both counts.
Biggest pet peeve with that sport, but you have to.
Well, but
that's what it is.
So here's the thing. So I know a lot of folks on the right, and I tend to politically skew just a little right. It does not bother me at all. I'm not sure why people are bothered either way. If you didn't watch the UFC, either because you don't like Trump or because you don't like UFC in general, fine. Again, the great thing about all of the viewing options that are out there, and again, this one you had to specifically, and I would argue that was an unfortunate part of it now after hearing that argument. But I mean, you had to really search this thing out. Like you wouldn't have just been flipping through and stumbled across it. And so, again, if not your cup of tea, cool. And the same thing again, the Jane Fonda Bette Midler thing, not my cup of tea. I've seen some clips. I say I've been consuming a lot of media, but yeah, if that's how you wanted to spend your evening, that's cool. I don't have any problem with that.
It was advertised to the people who were going to watch it, so it was advertised. It was not advertised mainstream.
Yeah,
mainstream media did not talk about
again.
It
even if it was, okay. I go again. I don't know why. That one just is always weird to me that people get bothered by what other people enjoy or like, and I guess part of it is, I mean, human nature. And if you're asked an opinion on something, right? I mean, the girl asks you, hey, do you like Taylor Swift music? Well, now you've asked my opinion. Now I'm going to give it to you. But if you don't like Taylor Swift, and by the way, just for the record, I like Taylor Swift. I like the music.
I'm not a fan.
But that's just ridiculous.
She's a Knicks fan now?
You're
She all of a sudden is a New York Knicks fan.
But if you are... again, not a fan of a particular comedian or a particular TV show or a particular team, whatever it may be, okay, cool. Then nobody's saying you need to watch it. I'm just not sure why. And now it's gotten to, my opinion, an absurd degree where folks that were in attendance now at this event, at the UFC 250, there are people, I don't think it's a lot of people, but there are people advocating I boycott those people. I used to like that guy. I didn't know he was. Well, first of all, again, this was a sporting event. And I got to tell you, if Obama or Clinton or whoever put together a cool event at the White House and I was invited, again, I'm on the other side of the aisle and I'm like, oh no, that would be cool to be at the White House and see an event. So I don't know how many of the people that were there are in fact Trump supporters or not. But again, even if they are, if the guy was funny yesterday, then he's still funny. Like, you're just being ridiculous. And both sides do that. The boycotting of musicians and this and that. If you can like the music and not like the politics, you can like the comedy and not like the politics, you can like the acting and not like the politics, and I don't know why we seem to have such trouble
add their
separating that stuff.
Right
anyways,
this dumbass world we live in sometimes.
The show, though, I will say, that was a show. I mean, say what you want about Trump, and again, I don't want to get into the politics of it on this show today, but from a show presentation standpoint, I mean, from the flyover, Zach Brown's rendition of the national anthem, the interview with Tyson Fury, I mean, the whole thing, having the fighters come out of the White House. Again, forget for a moment the occupant, and just how cool was that? I don't know. I guess there are people that wasn't cool at all. It's a degradation.
Have a question for you.
I thought it was pretty neat. And again, I'm somebody that has some reservations about the UFC, but man, did Bo Nickel look good. Tired that guy out, got him fighting off of his back for whatever it was. I'm still not sure. I asked a couple of people. I don't know why the referee just stepped in and said, all right, get back to your feet. I don't watch a ton of UFC, but I've not seen that before. I don't remember seeing it before, if I have. And nobody around me seemed to have a definitive answer. But I thought it's just 5 minutes. You go, and you got to work your own way out of any predicament. And again, maybe it happens all the time. I don't. I watch it periodically. Usually, if there's a rooting interest. But what's that?
Bo lives up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe you ask him what the hell's that. Get him on here and talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it worked out well for him anyway.
You know my feeling on the team, man. I know your feeling on the team, man. All this are very similar. But what do you think about Trump when he goes to the NCAA finals for wrestling? You're involved. You're down there with the team and this and that. I'm there as a fan. I'm not a fan of it.
Well,
personally,
I mean, it's a hassle. There's no question.
Well, we learned that in New York City last week.
It's a hassle, but I mean, that's going to be no matter what. I mean, you can't get around the security needed for the president. But is it cool to have the president of the United States? And again, I honestly would say it if it was the other way. With somebody that I didn't vote for or didn't like as president. It's still cool to have the president of the United States at your event. And I think for the wrestlers, again, even if you're on the opposite side of the political spectrum, to have the leader of your nation taking in what you're doing, that has to be a pretty cool feeling.
Have you ever seen it? This is where I see it. I think that I see it from the athlete's side. Maybe the athlete's parents now because of my age. And that is like, it sort of seems to me like a lot of the attention is taken off of that wrestler and right to Trump.
I don't know. I think, I mean,
like mom and dad are on the mat. And I love
but during the event itself, I don't think
I
that's
love when
true.
They do it. They have the mom and dad and they move them, they have all the parents in the family section. They have that row for them. And I love that because the kid can come out who just won or lost, can go see his mom and dad and girlfriend and brothers and sisters, whoever, teammates, and be there, And then it's always like, okay, we got to go see Trump now. And I was always like, you know what? Again, maybe it's just the age I'm at right now or whatever, but I was always like, that should be the parents' time and his family time and his teammates' time. But with what you just said, that is also the leader of the freaking free world. And that is the president of the United States, whether you're
and they have their time, and then it's up to the wrestlers if they go over. I think I don't remember, maybe a couple of them didn't, but most of the wrestlers went over.
I don't remember. That was the last one. I missed Cleveland this year with my surgery, so I don't know if anybody didn't go see him there. But in Oklahoma City, is that where we were, or Tulsa a couple of years ago?
Tulsa.
Yeah, he was down there for that.
All right, let's take a break here. We are back with much more. It is our Tuesday afternoon edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead Show.
You look a bit nervous, eh?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things. Great times, great food, get too quick and steak and lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get too quick to steak and lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox, State College.
Here on a Tuesday afternoon at Quaker Steak and Lube. Great place. Come on down and watch your favorite sports, such as they occur during the season. Again, NHL and NBA seasons have come to an end.
Oh, my God.
The New York Knicks and the Carolina Hurricanes celebrating championships, Goon,
Amazing.
just as we predicted
The New
back
York
at the
Knicks
start of the
have
year.
now won the ESPY for Team of the Year the next 10 years for this 1 year title.
Yeah, that sounds about
So
right.
this is my biggest bugaboo. You've heard
got
me
a bugaboo,
complain about New York constantly. The New York Knicks and the New York Rangers, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, 2 titles. 2 each since World War II. 2.
Well,
and then I got a little comeuppance last night when I was talking about it because Carolina won their second cup in 20 years. This and that. And the Flyers have 2. And then me and my friend Raymond Rocky from the brewery.
Congratulations, Jordan Stahl, by the way. Yep. Go ahead.
That was pretty awesome.
Yep, it was.
I got like the Stahl brothers. From what town? Thunder Bay, Ontario, eh? You better be bad manager from Thunder Bay. So me and Rocky were talking last night about it. And, I used to love when the Flyers fans and the Penguins fans and the Islanders fans and the Jersey Devils fans would chant 1940 to the when we were growing up to the Rangers. And that was what, 1940 to 1994. So that was 54 years, right? The Flyers' last cup. It was 1975. So we're getting very, very close to hearing 1975 chants. And I hear a lot of people saying them. So, yes. So I was sitting there complaining about how they talked about the New York Rangers not winning a Stanley Cup between 1940 and 1994. And then here I am. And then I started thinking about it. And I was like, oh, my God, the Flyers are 3 years away from that same exact time frame. The same exact one.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, it was pretty bad. But the other thing I had with the New York Knicks, great job. Unbelievable watching a team come together like that at the end of the year. It's nice to see the team with not the most dominant players winning.
Yeah.
It was a team effort that was going on out there. No real superstars like the NBA considers their superstars on that team. It was just a good team, and it did a great job. And they went out and won it, and their fans are excited and all this. And then how about all those Philadelphia fans going to New York City and causing all that damage? The Philadelphia fans dressed in New York Knicks clothing and went to the city to burn it up and beat it up because that's what only Philadelphia fans do.
And then I heard as they were leaving town, they booed Santa Claus
and threw
again.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Did. Santa Claus got snowballs and
let's get it together, Philly.
New York would never do anything.
Pretty
no one else would
despicable.
do anything like that.
Pretty
but
despicable.
and then watching the hockey the other night, and obviously being a Flyers fan, being a fan of Rod Brindamore, and seeing him win a Stanley Cup, and man, he is was a great teammate, I'm sure, the way he talks, and he is a great coach the way he talks. It's all about the players. He's happy for the players and all this and all that, and you could see how much they love him. The players were, they were more excited for him, type of thing, and it was a great scene. Still the best trophy in sport, still, and I know it's the hardest one to earn, obviously, and
it has the greatest stories. That's for
man,
sure.
It's some unbelievable stuff, man. I was sitting there watching Stahl bring that into the locker room, and I was like sitting there, and I was like, times have changed a little bit. A lot of Europeans in there and all that. Are they drinking beer out of there? Are they drinking champagne? I mean, it used to be beer, right? I don't know. I mean, what do you pass around? What's the first liquor we getting poured into that cup? And I was just thinking about it. How cool would that be? So we were coming back on the air, and I almost jumped in a little bit quick on you. We were talking about, looking forward to some stuff off the air and stuff like that. And I had a dream the other night about tailgates. With being injured on the IR last year, I didn't exactly have a great tailgating season. I had a dream about tailgates the other day, and I was sitting there, and I woke up, and I started doing my menus in my head for games and stuff like that, and I was like, man, it's June, and I'm over here, in my head, I'm already thinking about what I'm doing for each tailgate, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, depending on game times and stuff like that. Big kids ready.
I have had the strangest.
I'm off the IR. I'm looking forward to tailgating.
I have had the strangest recurring dream, and I don't even know might not be appropriate for air, but it is the weirdest. It's the weirdest thing, and I'm sure there's probably some. I probably don't want to know what it's telling you about
therapist
the way
read into it?
the way your brain's working.
I want to hear this. Hey,
but
let's go.
No, it is, and it's. When I say I have it often, I mean like over a couple of decades. I don't remember dreams very often.
Yeah,
but this was the first time that like during it, I'm like it occurs to me as the situation is unfolding that this you have to be dreaming because you can't stop. Like and then I woke up and so.
Your dream caught you.
It's I am urinating in garbage cans.
Okay.
Usually it's either that there's the bathroom is full or that there's some reason that I'm like, bathroom can't work. I got to go.
Like in the home trash cans? Or
yes.
like outside?
No, like in the home and sometimes it's even just actually in a urinal. But what happens is I can't stop. Like I'm pee, and it's like
even when
it's like a fire hose pee. Like it's not like, and I can't control. And I'm like, and like usually either somebody's trying to come in or out of a room or something, and I'm like trying to, but I can't. It is the weirdest thing ever. But the first time that I at least remember in the dream, like it occurs to me as I'm like, why can't I? And then like I say to myself, I'm like, wait a second, you can't stop again. This is a dream. You don't have to worry about it. And so I stopped because it was splattering everywhere. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm like, it dawned on me. I'm like, wait, this isn't real. You don't have to worry about it. And I woke up.
And you were standing.
So there's my therapy session for the day. Therapist can weigh in. No, and I will tell you, every time it happens, the first thing I do is I'm like, oh my God, please. And it never has. It's never been that I've actually wetted myself or anything. It's like, but it's the first. I will like wake up and I'm like, oh God, don't tell me.
Yeah, I've
and
heard of
so
doing
far,
that.
I'll knock on wood because so far that hasn't happened.
I've heard
That would
people who
be
incorporate
that
that
would be
in their
awful.
dreams. That you were peeing, but in your dream, but you were actually peeing in your
Yeah.
closet and stuff like. Wow, that's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah,
I hope there's a shrink out there listening to this. They're going to microanalyze that for you.
I
buddy.
don't think I
Were we
want to
talking
know.
about our
but
dreams at the baseball game? Was that on the air or off the air? Because I have my reoccurring dream.
I think it was off the air.
My reoccurring dream is I failed a class.
Oh, maybe that was that might have been on the air.
We're talking about, okay. My reoccurring dream. Oh yeah, because we were talking.
I
about,
had that one. Yeah,
but I missed a class and I failed and this and that and Donnie Farrell and JT were laughing. I remember. Yeah, it was on the air. But I just have that reoccurring dream where I wake up and I'm like,
yeah,
I can't believe I totally effed up. I can't believe I'm not going to graduate or I'm not going to play. And I'm like, dude, you're 53 years old. You're not
that one
no
I
more,
haven't had.
There ain't no more bowl games.
Yeah, I had similar ones, but not like I don't think since my 20s, probably with
and I
with
still
that
have a
type
dream
of
that I just like I think I was like getting my master's. And I was like, I don't have to worry about that class, and then just didn't do it, didn't go to class. And that's the dream I had. This might be after college. That's another dream I have, and that is it's also about missing a class. And some shrinks looking at me saying, "Yeah, you have some unfulfilled stuff in your head, man. Like, you feel as if you didn't accomplish everything you wanted to do in life. Maybe that's what that is." But the dreams are weird.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
you're a
have no
mad Peter,
idea.
huh?
I mean, that I remember, I don't think I have ever urinated in a garbage can in real life. I have, but it's just weird the way, and and it feels like a natural thing in the dream. I'm like, well, this is I can't, I can't go in there, or for some reason I'm like trying to hide it, and inevitably there's somebody around that I don't want to be around while
the horse is standing
while I'm
behind you
peeing,
with a cell camera,
and I just can't. It doesn't stop, and it goes everywhere. It's like, this is awful.
Jeez.
And it is. It's just a weird one. Anyways,
we may have fallen off the tracks there a little bit.
You think? No, I thought
we went from reading the Declaration of Independence.
Laser focused today.
Was it Bo reading the Declaration of Independence and then walked out of the Oval Office, or was that another fighter? It may have been.
I don't remember
they all
reading
starting to look alike, man.
Yeah, I don't remember that part of him reading.
But you watched enough of it. It was a pretty cool event, though.
Yeah, the flyover was amazing, and yeah, I mean, it was very well done. And I've listened to some folks, including some media folks, who I think went there with the idea that they didn't want to like it, and they weren't. They were, I think, wanting to write reviews about how ridiculous it was, but everything I've seen anyway and heard from the people that were there, like, and again, a couple of them were reluctantly admitting that, that was a pretty cool event. Like the way it was done was
how many people
big time.
How many people were there to watch?
I think they said 4,000.
Is that it? 4,000.
Yep, on the wow. I mean, it's
I know it's not that big.
Only so much on the lawn, but yeah, in person there, that's what it was. So right around there anyway. So did you watch any of the World Cup?
You want to? Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Is there any other Penn State guys in the MMA?
In MMA, yes.
Some guys trying.
Yeah, there's been a quite a few, and there's some that are I think gearing up.
Kassar's out, right? He's done with it.
He trains Bo now. He was in the ring with him.
Okay.
I mean, not during the fight, but I mean, if you watched afterward, both on the walk out and then immediately afterward, they were up there with the pictures and stuff. But World Cup.
But nobody else is really like Zane and those guys. None of those guys are involved in the
No, Zane will be in Final X here on Friday. Which we'll probably kick that around a little bit more on Thursday, but
the Ironhead on Ironhead show.
We've got Marcus Blaze, Luke Lillidahl, and Zane Rutherford from Penn State competing, and then a couple of other Nittany Lion Wrestling Club guys, and Kyle Dake and Kyle Snyder that'll be going for a spot on the world team for the U.S. Freestyle Squad. And it's funny. I don't know if Marissa, my wife, when we take her car anywhere, she drives. When we take my car anywhere, I drive. And and usually for the longer trips now, my car is a little newer and a little bigger. And so if we're going on longer trips, we take mine. And I don't know if it's just a control. Like I like driving. So combination of, I think we both like it, and maybe control issues. I'm like, I'll drive, but I did tell her, I'm like, well, Friday afternoon.
There's a shrink listening to this show. Let's call you
Friday afternoon. You can drive because I am going to be locked in for a couple of hours, a couple of different times on Friday. I think starting at 1 with the Final X, and see if those 5 individuals for Penn State and the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club can work their way on to the team. And again, we'll maybe talk a little bit more about that.
Where's that
on
at?
Thursday's show down in Louisville.
Okay.
So World Cup, I will say I'm not going out of my way to watch. I'm watching. Let me the U.S. team, I am going out of my way, and that's the other thing. I'm going to be trying to
That's
keep.
on
I'll be
Friday.
watching
That's why I thought you were
the
getting
wrestling. No, I'll be watching the wrestling, but I'll be checking the score of the maybe we'll be able to find some audio of the soccer game. But you could not have had a better start if your Team USA scoring within the first 7 minutes and then getting the 3-0 lead at halftime was pretty spectacular. And then the score in the extra time and end up with that 3-goal margin of victory, the largest ever for the U.S. in the World Cup. A great start and a lot of fun, and it was cool to see. I am watching here and there just little bits of these other games, and the red cards are getting a lot of attention nationally, the officiating in general. And I don't know if we are just at a point, and I really don't know. I mean, is it just that the athletes are bigger, stronger, faster across the board that officials are having trouble keeping up and following? It just, can you name a sport where it feels like the majority of folks are like, yeah, but man, the officiating is really good in our sport? I mean, and again, maybe it's just part of it is just you complain as fans. I will say one of my favorite things to watch is every now and then you will get a challenge in baseball on a called strike or called ball.
Yes.
And then they come back and they're like, no, it really was a strike or a ball. And the player's like, are you kidding me? Like, and some of it is, I mean, like I'm watching it live, obviously on TV, and I'm like, oh, they got to challenge that. And then they challenge it. It's like, yeah. Yep. Then they show it, and it's like, oh, I did catch just the piece of the.
That's all it's going to catch.
And it's like, oh, really? And
I've been impressed by that. And I will go back to the World Cup, but I will absolutely say, and I think I have said it before on the show, the catchers are tuned in.
Yes,
and it's
the
really
pitchers
amazing.
Should not challenge. Should not be allowed to challenge.
I don't think I have seen many pitchers do it.
Not often, but we've had it with the Pirates a few times.
The batters are damn good. The catchers are really damn good.
Yeah, the catchers.
And I'm going to say
pretty much know every now and then.
A lot of these umpires are given the old "we told you."
Yeah.
I mean, I got to give these umpires. But now listen. What did they do last year? They got rid of the two worst ones.
Wow.
Of how many they had? 28 umpires, 30 umpires, and they got rid of the worst two. Or I don't know, 50, 100, I'm going to have everybody behind the plate. But they got rid of Angel Hernandez and the other guy, and that has been But, I mean, as you know, I watch the Phillies every night, and it is just absolutely amazing to me how spot on these catchers are. And really, in the long run, how well the umpires do. I think the umpires have more of a problem with the on-base stuff because of the speed and that what's safe and what's out. Was it a tag or not a tag? I have really, and I know you talked to Scott about this on Thursday with Scott Walker from the Spikes, and you talked about the game, how much it has changed, and the pitch clock, that the umpiring and this and that. They were saying it's going to take so much time out of this game. No, I am absolutely been in love with the Phillies starting at 6:40 and being done by 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, that's like one of those things. Like, hey, the Phillies are over. I used to watch the last 3 innings in bed.
Yep.
But now they're starting early. There's a pitch clock out there. It's flowing well, in a good way. And as much as people, you don't like the runner on second and extra innings and stuff like that. We're not having those 16, 7-inning games anymore. We really are not having that. So you're saving your pitchers, you're saving this and all that. So I like where baseball is at right now. But the World Cup thing, yeah, it's – I watched the game the other day, and I think the referee, he probably would be known as probably a roughneck because people were flopping everywhere, and he was just confusing. I'm not calling anything flop-wise. And he was just giving the old, let's go, play, continue. And then it's like any sport. The players learn.
Yeah.
If that guy's going to start calling the flops, they're all going to flop. If that guy's not doing it, no one's going to flop.
Yeah.
So as I said, I mean, this is me as a very anti, soccer person in America. I don't see it, but it's played at the highest level where it is at the World Cup is an amazing game to watch. And that includes the Americans. So I'm just saying, like, watching a little high school or a little bitty game, or even like a Columbus Crew versus whoever, I just can't get into it. Women's soccer, I can really get into. I just think it's a women's sport in America. That's just my personal opinion. But the fact that Pulisic, the kid from Hershey, is the number one player in the United States from Hershey, that's crazy to me. That's amazing to me, first of all, but there's no ties to Pennsylvania whatsoever because he's lived in Germany since he was 14.
No.
I mean, that's where he's got to go. He's got to go, but I don't think people really realize that he's from Hershey.
You don't see a lot of flopping in the UFC.
No.
Just pointing that out. It's a pretty flop-free environment with the UFC. It's the one thing UFC has going for it.
And they showed one guy walking into the ring, and he was before or then after. It was like, oh, dude, took a beating. And those guys they're tough as hell. Tough as hell.
Part of that, going back to the flopping though, like that is an integrity thing too, though, right? Like as a player, I mean, come on, like don't. Basketball, soccer.
That's what gets me about LeBron James.
Like,
we know he's a soccer fan, and it's almost like he's out there, like when he flops around out there, like a injured marlin on the back of a boat just got reeled in. He's flopping around and he didn't get hit.
Yeah, I
cannot stand that.
No,
you are a 6'9", 280-pound freak of nature. You should, it just drives me crazy. Really does drive me crazy.
Although I do think he'll go down as one of the top 20 players of all time. We'll take a break here.
You think?
Be back with much more on the Goon and Ironhead show here from Quaker Steak and Lube.
You look a bit nervous, hey?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally. bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox State College.
And back here at Quaker Steak and Lube on a Tuesday afternoon as we continue to watch Penn State, Ohio State wrestling on one of the three TVs in front of us. Penn State Day on the Big Ten Network. And again, right now they're replaying from
Who's
this
the kid
past
wrestling
season.
Now?
The Penn State, Ohio State duel. And
Mitchell
the Knicks are getting disrespected, Goon. Early odds for NBA champion next season, and they're fourth on the list. It's an outrage. The Spurs are the betting favorites. Oklahoma City, second, and Boston, third. The Knicks are being disrespected, Goon. All right, let's break down each of those teams, Goon. Hey, you break it down for me. What are we expecting next year from each?
I really just had to think to myself, is San Antonio even in the East or West? I don't really know. And I was like, well, okay, they played the Knicks, so they have to be in the West. So that's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Okay, question, Jeff.
Yeah.
What's the Knicks head coach's name?
I don't know.
Exactly. Name me 5 NBA head coaches.
I don't think I could.
It's insane.
I know I couldn't.
It's
I really don't.
Something that you and I grew up with.
Yeah.
Grew up with. Watching so intently and so involved with. Now, I get it. You know, you and I were both gotten thrown by the I was a Dr. J guy. And I was a little kid. I mean, Dr. J was my god, man.
Yeah.
But Larry Bird and Magic.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they created the league, and you got guys like Abdul-Jabbar and stuff like that. But no, you know, those two made the league, and then Dr. J, that's who Jordan wanted to be. He didn't want to be Larry Bird. He didn't want to be Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
He wanted to be freaking Julius Erving. So that's where where I come. That's where I'm at. I mean, that is how I just don't give a flying you-know-what about the NBA right now. And it's just insane because you and I, did we not watch the Bulls, the final run that did the 10-part series, like it was like the Bible reading? You know what I mean?
I didn't watch it that intently, but
how many people watched that stuff and how much we were involved with it and remembered all of those games. Remembered the 6 titles. Remembered this and that. Remembered those Celtics and Lakers battles and the Sixers battles. And it was just like, and then to just go into nothing, I just can't. I don't think a sport has fallen that far, and we're not the only two that where it's fallen that much.
Yeah, I mean, Where it's big still. I mean, but yeah, I just not my cup of tea anymore.
No. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I could name five coaches in the NBA right now. Did I ask you this a couple weeks ago when I had to look it up? Like I was just talking, like we know Magic Johnson, we know Larry Bird, but that era, you knew a lot about baseball players and stuff like that. Where Michael Jordan's hometown was, where Magic Johnson, Dr. J's from Massachusetts, by way of New York type of thing. I may have even actually, because it all runs together anymore now. Where's Don Mattingly from? Now, there's a very, very, very well-known guy, and I would just remember him as a New York Yankee, right?
Yeah.
And then do you have any idea where he was born and raised?
Do not.
Yeah, exactly. Like Indiana. This doesn't seem right, does it? It's just Don Mattingly is Donnie Baseball from New York City. It's just crazy to think that there's enough guys in the NBA in Major League Baseball that we knew where they were from when they were young guys. And but it just seemed like Mattingly wasn't one of those guys, but it was just like he was always a Yankee to me. Wow.
Yeah. No, it's.
And also, we're also older. We're not kids anymore.
Well, I mean, there's that. There's other things occupying, the day. That's part of it for sure. I will say that Major League Baseball. So the Pirates are doing.
Pirate stuff.
I was hoping they were going to hold out until August to start the swoon. We'll see if they can get back on track, but it does not feel very likely at the moment. Actually, back under 500, and again, I was really hoping this would be a year where they would at least be playing 500 ball into August. And again, I get it; they can still be doing that when August rolls around. But been a very frustrating couple of weeks, and not just obviously losing stinks, but the way they're losing, the different ways they're finding to blow games, it's just tough being a Pirates fan. Not easy. And every time that so last year it's like, well, there's absolutely no offense, no power whatsoever. Well, they've rectified that. Now they have no bullpen whatsoever. And they keep, trying to find an answer.
Well, hold on. A couple years ago, it was their bullpen who held them together because their starting pitchers weren't going long enough. And then they very much improved on the starting pitchers.
For sure.
Now,
it's
not the closers, it's the middle relievers who are just blowing everything right now.
Yeah, the bullpen in whole, and then it's also still some of the fundamentals are still just frustrating between the base running and the defense, and they just again just feels like they find different ways to blow opportunities along the way here. It's been frustrating. Did I mention the word frustrating?
No, I don't know why you would be that way. Why is that,
Ty? Maybe they will be able to get things turned around.
Still about
that's
500,
baseball.
Right?
You game under now after last night. Yeah, game under. But really, the National League at the moment, and again, I know, I do get it. We're mid-June. My gosh, yeah. June is flying by, too. Mid-June. But at the moment, like, there isn't what you would call a race where you're watching the standings every day. I mean, the Braves are, 7 or 8 games clear of Philly now? The Brewers, I think, are the closest, but it doesn't feel like the Cardinals are a real threat there. I think they're maybe 4.5. That'd be right. I think 4.5 out. And then the Dodgers have just pulled away, not unexpectedly, but have pulled away from the Padres. And again, that stuff can change. I get it. It's just right at the moment. Ugh. You don't need to check the standings for a week because even if the second place team goes on a run and the first place team loses everything, it's like, well, it's still going to be, they're still going to be in the same order in the standings after a week. So
Phillies Buccos in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
For the All-Star break, buddy.
Yeah. I'll try to get myself worked up for it.
So I
do what I can.
I have to head home Thursday. So I won't be here Thursday. I head home to just take care of some family stuff and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, you got to get home Thursday, take care of some stuff Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. I got Friday, I'm off. I was like, oh, maybe I'll go catch a Phillies game. No Phillies game.
On Friday?
Yeah. And I was like, it's Juneteenth, and I was June 19th and Juneteenth, and I was like, I looked around the MLB, and I was like, 28 other teams playing. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And why aren't the Phillies? Because the Phillies play the Mets Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they have Friday off. Don't ask me why. I have no idea, but I looked it up, and it was because of the World Cup. There's a World Cup game Friday afternoon down in Philly, and Brazil was one of the teams. I think it's Brazil and Haiti, and they're expecting massive, massive, massive crowd. So they're like, we'll just, and it was a good idea, but I was like sitting there, and I'm like, I have one freaking chance this summer to go down and catch a Phillies home game, and I'm like, I tell Carrie all the time,
you could go watch Brazil.
Yeah, did you see the freaking parking for the World Cup in Philadelphia? $150 a car, and if you have an oversized vehicle, aka a bus or a van, it's $600.
Don't say that too loudly.
That's exactly what Carrie said.
Penn State's going to be taking notes.
Carrie said,
wait a second,
they charge $100 for a concert?
We could get another $50, is what you're saying? We're leaving $50 out there.
$100 this year for the hockey game?
Yeah.
Was it the hockey game was $100?
They could go to $150.
Holy
That's
hell.
what they're getting down there for soccer, for crying out loud.
But I don't know if these were the private places or it was actually the Philadelphia owned spots that own the actual event space and stuff like that. So I don't know but it was $150 and $600, and I saw it at multiple different places. That is unbelievable. And they're telling everybody they should take take the subways in, take the trains in, Uber down there, and I'm like, well, yeah, charging that kind of freaking money, yeah. But how many people can fit in the? I mean, they're going to put 70,000 people in the stadium. You know anything about soccer?
That's brutal. I mean, not
how
a lot.
long? I know that the field is 75 yards wide. A football field is 53. Is it 150 yards? A soccer field? Because somebody was saying that Penn State could have a warm-up game type of thing. And I'm like, the hell they can. I said, those goalposts are like literally 10 feet inside of the seats. And I was like, there's no way. Because I know a football field is 120 yards long with the end zones.
Yeah. And
then you got about a 10-yard window before the seat starts. So at tops from seat to seat is 140 yards. So if they're playing 150, they're not going to be able to do anything like that here.
I don't think it's that long.
So then my question,
110 to 120.
Oh, so it is a very okay.
But it is because they're playing in a bunch of football stadiums, so it can't be.
But is it not? Is it 75 yards wide? Right.
I think that's right. I think it's.
We don't have that either, though.
70 to 80 yards wide, yeah.
Okay, so then we're at 53 from sideline to sideline in a football stadium. And I know the Meadowlands, those walls are pretty close to the stadium.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
I'm trying to think, though. You would have at least 10 on either side, right?
Well, you have the sidelines. So
that's what I'm saying.
There's no out of bounds. I mean, out of bounds is the freaking wall.
Yeah.
It would be pretty damn cool, though.
It would be.
I was talking, with this new stadium edition that's going on there, and I don't know if you started to see any kind of the renditions that are going to be the final.
So the FIFA recommends the pitch be exactly 115 yards long and 74 yards wide.
Damn it, we're off by a foot.
Yep. That's what the FIFA. I don't know if now I'm intrigued as to are they. I mean, there are guidelines, but it sounds like they don't have to have. I do wonder now if are all of the World Cup game fields are they exact same dimensions, or is there a little variance there? Because it sounds like there could be.
Well, I mean,
some variance.
We're both hockey fans, so we all know that every arena is different in the variance in the NHL, specifically.
Yeah, it's not like Major League Baseball where every field is exactly the same.
What?
What?
First to home is though.
Well, that's true. Mound to the plate is as well, but
yeah, but I mean, I just with the Penn State, the new stuff coming in, stadium wise.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be fantastic to have something like that. I don't know if
for sure.
Are you a Twitter guy at all, or X, whatever the hell they call it now? Not really.
No,
right?
I keep saying I'm going to start, and I don't. I have one, but I don't think I've ever used. I don't think I've ever posted.
You might have Instagram, or you might have Facebook. I know you have Facebook, but
yeah,
watching these Europeans and all these South American and the coming to America, I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Come enjoy our country and this and that, and they're like I told you the other day, they were in Texas. Because the English are playing in Texas today or tomorrow. They play Croatia tomorrow in Texas, in Dallas. And they showed this English guy at a New York, or I'm sorry, a Texas buffet steakhouse place.
Yeah.
And this guy cuts him a piece of meat, a piece of prime rib, and this English guy's like, "That's all for me." Oh my God! He was going crazy because of the piece of meat on his plate. He could barely even hold the freaking thing. But I just love it because these people are enjoying, our country, and thank God nothing's happened or anything like that, terrorism-wise and stuff. But I love
a lot of people staying very, very alert and working very hard.
Talking to some people this past weekend, just how much how beautiful our country is and stuff because we were talking about this same exact thing. So much to offer as a country, even as a state.
Yeah.
As a state, there's so much to do in Pennsylvania. We have all of this. We don't have oceans or bays or anything like that. So we get that. We got the mountains. We got the different ranges, the grasslands, the lakelands and stuff like that. It's really, really, it's a beautiful state. It is a beautiful country, and we are in a beautiful damn state. So I love when people come over here and they appreciate it. They love it.
Yeah. No, it is.
They take
it's
politics
neat to
out
see.
of it, which everybody talks about. Politics.
Easier
Take
said than
that out
done,
of
but
it.
yes. No, I'm with you.
Bless.
Yeah, no, it is. It's been pretty neat, and certainly controversies are surrounding different elements of the World Cup and some of the visas with players, and I guess the one official.
Well, I only saw the one official.
And the officiating is definitely getting a lot of scrutiny anyway.
I'll have to do some research into it.
But overall, seems like things are going pretty well.
Yeah.
Certainly for Team USA, again, could not have had a better start with the 4-1 victory in the opener over Paraguay or Paraguay.
The Paraguayans.
They keep every time I listen to somebody, they pronounce it differently. Australia, I think we're pretty consistent with.
Did we figure out who
that'll
that
be up on
was?
Friday? And I think
we couldn't figure out who the hell it was on Thursday afternoon. The guy with an A or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. That was a new one on me.
Yeah, so the one that popped out at me the other day is they have the Ivory Coast, but it's written in a different language. And I was like, I deducted it was that because I'm a very goon-like.
There you go.
Very, very
just
smart
put
like
that goon brain to work. We love it.
Absolutely, large brain, large head. But I did see that the who tied Spain yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Cape Verde.
Yeah,
it was their first ever game, and I don't even know how long they been a country.
And the shots were like, was it 20-1 or? I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was amazing. watching that. But I love. That's what I love. I love the reaction. I love the
Yeah.
fans. Oh, so back to the original where we started with all this stuff, and that is how much people are enjoying our country and this and that.
Yeah.
Did you see the Scottish up in Boston?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yep.
They call themselves the Tartan Army. And it's the first game, the first World Cup that they've been in 20-some, maybe even 30 years.
Yeah, it's
And they
yeah.
have absolutely taken over Boston, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if you have a chance, just see Tartan Army, Tartan.
Yeah.
Takes over Boston. They had 50 bagpipers walking down the streets. They went to the Red Sox game Saturday night, and then the Red Sox fans were like, all they did was drink and sing the whole game. And they were like, I don't think I've ever seen a group of people have that much fun at a sporting event in my life. And I was like, that's awesome. Good for them. And good on Boston for inviting them up to do that, setting it up.
Along those lines, there is, I don't want to spoil anything here. I'm not sure when this story is posted, so I don't want to get ahead of my skis here. There's a wonderful piece that if it's not out, and I'm just trying to check here. I don't
Day in the
think
life
it
of
is
Ironhead?
No. It's a really neat piece. I'll hold off on what I was going to comment on. Bill Horlocker with StateCollege.com has a piece that will be coming out. I was fortunate enough to get a preview of it, and it is ahead of Father's Day here. It is a discussion he had with 3 of the dads of Penn State wrestlers.
Okay.
And you're saying that about the group having fun. It is one of the things, and again, my kiddo, I think it is, at this point, it looks unlikely that professional athletics is going to be his career. We'll see. Maybe that'll change. But one of the dads talks about the anxiety as a parent. Going back also, but as a parent. And I will say, again, the Mad Turtle is Little League. I'm not actually anxious in terms of winning and losing. But when he is up at the plate, like, it is ridiculous how much you're pulling. And again, it's not, I'm not upset with him. Just I want to be clear if he strikes out. But you want him to do well for him. Right? I mean, all parents, you want your kids to do well. And failing is obviously part of the learning process. And I understand that. And I want that for him as well, because that is how you learn, and you got to deal with that stuff too. But it was funny just kind of reading through the way you try to adjust to, hey, my kid's at Penn State. Like, this is pretty cool. Regardless of what happens, this is pretty neat. And, and in some of the cases, the kids themselves with their attitude and the way they approach the sport and their life in general, it's kind of kicking back sometimes on the parents. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this really isn't that important in terms of a win or a loss in a particular wrestling match. And to hear the pride that some of the parents took in non-championship years for their kids individually.
Yeah.
That to me is pretty special. Yeah, or just bouncing back or working their way through injury and all of that. Again, I think it might be coming out tomorrow.
I said it last week. I mean, you talk about strength coaches and your athletic staff, and wrestling has a lot of those type of guys and women that these athletes are at low points in their careers. And then as a parent, you definitely see them at their low points of their lifetime. and then to see them raise out of it and this and that, and then come out of a funk, and that's got to be an unbelievably great feeling as a parent. And then seeing your kid work his way through or her way through, and succeed. Listening and doing and doing everything right, and then going out and then winning, and it's got to be so satisfying as a parent. And like I just said earlier about with Trump being at the wrestling things, I mean, wrestling is one of those sports because I see my brother-in-laws take their kids wrestling, and dude, those tournaments are not short, and they are not close to home.
That is a fact.
There is a lot of travel. Hockey players, baseball players. There are football and basketball, but it's not as much travel as wrestling and hockey and those guys. And I've always loved and respected when I watch the Flyers game, and they always have a father's weekend, a father's away trip.
Yeah,
and the team will have the fathers on the.
That's
travel
cool.
with the team to one away game every year, and I think that they've branded it off. Now they have mothers type of thing too. It's a really cool thing because, I mean, listen, man, you're learning it right now. I mean, the turtle ain't driving himself to practice. There's a lot of time that you and Marissa invest into getting him to different places, and that our parents really didn't worry about for us because it was like Little League baseball's down the street.
Yeah,
Little League football's down the street.
Yeah,
basketball's down the road.
It is a different world. There's
So,
no question about
I
that.
mean, the proud parents, man. I mean, they deserve a lot of credit for a lot of the stuff that these athletes win. Like when the USA won the Olympic gold this year, and they brought the Goudreau family out there, and the two guys who died, and their father and mother were out there, and they made them part of the team, and they had them in the traveling, and that was amazing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Classy, man, classy.
Speaking of classy, you mentioned hockey there, and I did want to mention Guy Godowski came down to show his support and watch the Bo Nickel fight there at Happy Valley Live, which was just neat to see. The support of
he gets it.
Yep, fellow athletes or fellow alums from the university that you're coaching at, even if it is in a different sport. That was pretty cool. All right, we'll take a final break here. Be back to wrap up shop for our Tuesday edition. After this, it is the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here from Quaker Steak and Lube, where the all-you-can-eat wing buffet is a mere 28 minutes away, if you were counting.
You look a bit nervous, hey?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, once again, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox State College.
And we are back on a Tuesday afternoon. It's the Line Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here from Quaker Steak and Lube. Again, the all-you-can-eat wing buffet gets underway here at 4 o'clock, roughly 23 minutes and 38 seconds from now.
I had a go at it last week.
To count. What's that?
I had a go at it.
Yeah, I'm going to have a go at it today. I'll tell you that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I had a couple of friends in, bought some sons in last week, the Navy SEAL guys, and they brought their kids in for a camp on Saturday afternoon.
Nice.
So Wednesday afternoon. So Tuesday night they come into town, and I'm like, yeah, 18, 17-year-old kids. They went after it.
I'll bet they did.
Yeah, I started on, and I had about a dozen to 15, and I was like, I'm good. This these young bucks came in, and I made a number up. I said, listen, you got to have 18 of them to make it worth your while for what you're paying, for what the wings cost, this and that. And they're like, really? I said, yeah, 18. So both of them, they were like, and one's a little wide receiver. He put down 24 just so he could be over 18. I said the number should have been 12 and he would have eaten 15 or 16. But, yeah, must run in the family. They give them a challenge, they're going to go for it and go through it. So,
well, you have to. You have to at that point.
Yes, but it was absolutely fantastic. Everything about it. Nothing's changed.
Yep.
The best wings. Like I say, they're not the crap wings that they pull out during the week. They put these on a buffet. No, these are the real Johns that they sell during the weekend at all times. So, great job. It's probably the best buffet in town, I'd say.
Also, yesterday, just a quick shout out to the Center County Sports Hall of Fame. We had the golf tournament over at the Penn State Golf Courses yesterday. And I think the class of 2026 here will be publicly announced. We did release it in the post-tournament get-together yesterday. But I think the details on those that were elected into the Hall of Fame to be inducted here this year will be coming out shortly, and it is truly another remarkable group of individuals, and just a reminder of how strong the history of sports here in Center County is. And started talking with a friend about just some of the names that have not been inducted yet that will be. Again, give us a little time, but it is pretty special what this area produces. And in a wide variety of sports. Obviously, football has produced plenty. Wrestling, baseball, and softball have strong histories. But
Track,
some of the basketball
soccer,
players, you start looking at the swimming at State College has been remarkable over the years. Tennis,
I always say
mean,
State College High School credit because they are competitive in every sport. There are teams that are good. There are teams that are good in certain things. Like you go down, you get the Bellefonte and Bald Eagle. They're great wrestling and great baseball programs, and softball programs, but they struggle in other areas. Phillipsburg Osceola. I mean, how many times has their softball team been absolutely dominant type of thing? State High. I mean, there's a lot of kids. I mean, there's a lot of there's safety in numbers.
It is,
but I
big,
still
big
just
classes.
I love the fact that I live here, even though I break everybody's balls I possibly can that's from State College. I still call myself. I'm not a towner, by the way. Still not a townie. Pride myself on that.
I don't know about
but there's
that.
There's so much to do for the kids.
Yeah,
so much that there is like, well, hell, you could have a rock climbing champion probably in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that is that could end up being true.
That's pretty damn cool, man.
Yeah, no, it's pretty remarkable. Not just with the high school, but like you said, with the rock climbing, the diversity of opportunities to experience outdoor sports in this area, from the fly fishing to the kayaking, and go down the long list. It's a special area in that regard, and in a very sports oriented area, and I think it makes it fun. I think it makes life more fun. You can participate in some sports, you can watch some sports, get involved in coaching at different levels, and all of that. It's available here, and it's nice to see so many people take advantage of those opportunities as well. So what do we have? World Cup right now,
So
France and
you're not allowed to announce who it is?
Senegal.
You won't announce because it hasn't come out. Okay.
I'm not sure. I think there will be a release coming out, so not sure if I'm.
Is this the one you got put in?
I'll find out. No, that was the.
Well, you do the announcing for it, though.
Yes, for the Center County Sports Hall of Fame. Yes.
You're in the State High School Wrestling Hall of Fame.
That was the Pennsylvania chapter of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Are they the green jacket
ceremony.
guys?
Those are the green jacket guys.
You got a green jacket?
I got a green jacket.
I always thought they looked like U.S. Marshals coats. I saw if I see Bastardi walking around with them, I'll be like, "What the hell's that, Joe?" I think he has one, but it was always pretty funny to me because I'm always like, I got to look at the logo, and I'm like, "What a U.S. Marshals jacket?" But green jacket, that's good.
That was brutal. Did that draw a red card, or we just have yellow? We got a man down. France and Senegal scoreless in the 40th minute of play. And World Cup action going on right now. Also, is that
Troy.
West Virginia and Troy is live? Yeah.
Second time they played.
Yeah.
They played Friday in the opening game.
2-0 right now, West Virginia with the lead.
Won. It's Troy winning by the way.
Top of the fifth right now. Yep.
When you lose in a double elimination tournament, when you lose, what's that bracket called that you go into?
What have they changed?
Because it's not
to?
allowed anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is now.
It's
what
like
is
the
it?
elimination bracket or something like
yeah.
Single
Used to be the
elimination
losers
versus
bracket,
double elimination. Can't call anybody losers anymore.
Yeah, except for the Pirates. Still allowed to call the Pirates losers.
That's their division. That's they have their own division in there. Yeah, so I explained to somebody over the weekend how the luxury tax works in the MLB. And I said, why would the Pirates risk money? And they were like, yeah, why would they? If they're going to make at least $50 million, $50 million every year,
no,
why would they spend more money? And their answer was, I wouldn't if I was them. And I was like, well, that's the problem. This is why their fans are going to start turning. They're going to turn their backs on the Pirates, and you're going to start seeing games with 2,000 people at them. And you're going to have this beautiful $500 million stadium, and it's not even going to be used because no one really cares. And it's not right. It's not right. Now, it's also not right that a team like the LA Dodgers can spend $300 million over top the.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a cap, there's a cap for a reason. Why do you think the NFL has the most parity?
Well, yeah,
there's a reason for it. There's non-guaranteed contracts, one, and two is that there's a contract limit for your team.
Yeah.
If you go over, you're done. You're not going to continue paying on and pay a fine. No.
But there are always ways around all of this stuff, and that's
you can defer money.
which is also.
But I don't think the NFL is.
It's not to the degree
starting to go down this route of the guaranteed money, but that's the guaranteed. That's the bonus money. So people are making all their money in their bonus money, and then they're not having huge salaries because it's not guaranteed. Guaranteed money is your bonus money.
Yes,
that's the only difference in football from the other sports. Because in baseball, hockey, and basketball, if they give you a 10-year, $100 million contract, they are paying you 10-year, $100 million contract. In the NFL, you can sign the same 10-year, $100 million contract. You get hurt year 2, don't make the team in year 3, they owe you nothing other than those 2 years that you played. And that's crazy. But that's why the NFL succeeds the way it does, I think. I don't think you have guys.
Well, I will say it is going to be interesting to see moving forward in college sports.
Yep.
Right now, most of the contracts, most of the deals are 1-year deals, and then it's both the school and the kid have the option as to whether or not to renew the following year. But there are some schools now with some of the star players that are like, hey, we will offer you 2 years guaranteed, maybe even 3.
Yep.
Rarely, I think, I don't know. I'm sure there's probably been a few 4-year offers, but most of them are 1 or 2 year opportunities. Well, right now, I think they could still walk away. That's the thing. They've got to get that part figured out because they could sign a 4-year deal or 2-year deal, and then
we got to hold athletes
after a
accountable?
semester.
Come on now.
What
are you thinking? Jeffrey, it's crazy talk, buddy.
But
in this day and age,
then again, we had decades of not holding coaches accountable. So
this is true.
That's
so I had to my conversation that I have with my current players and recent players. And I ran into a Kavit. So I always ask when I'm on my player show, would you rather have the anonymity, anonymity that I had, that my era had, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, no cell phones, not everybody knowing everything you're freaking doing. In the
as
whole
much
world.
Anonymity as a 6'7", 300-pound
This is true.
human being
Just go down to the Skeller, you'd see us all down there anyway. You knew where the hell we were. But
Who could that guy be? Do you think there's a chance he plays football? But anyways, I get what you're saying, though.
Puerto Rican guy too. I don't know. That might be the Rivera guy. I think. I don't know.
Marco, I think would have struggled for
There's a 6'5" Puerto Rican man there. It might be the largest Puerto Rican in the history of Puerto Ricans. But yes, that's Marco Rivera. So, would you rather have that, or would you rather get paid like they are now, but every aspect of your life is under scrutiny? Cameras, everybody knows what you make, everybody knows this, knows that, this and that. You can't go out and have a good time and be crazy and do anything you know. There's a reason why these guys want to avoid the limelight because they're always in it. So then I made this question, and I was sitting with my Navy SEAL buddies and Mike Monty. Monty looked at me and said, I lived that world. He goes, I lived where everybody knew everything about you because of cell phones, and I lived in the era when no one gave you anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, you had a double, double barrel.
That was the worst of both worlds.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I was really thinking about that. And I was like, holy crap, there's about a 5 or 10 year window where the cell phones and the social media was out there and they weren't getting paid. Crazy.
Yes. And the degree to which stuff can be scrutinized is a little absurd. One person's opinion. Again, you're a college kid. You ought to be allowed to experience a college life.
Yes.
And
college
not
life
so
is
much
about
the case, I
doing
suspect,
crazy
anymore.
stuff and making crazy decisions, looking back on them and saying, oh, my God, I can't believe we did that, but what a great time it was. That's what college is all about. That's what college was about the last 100 and some years. And nowadays, it's like, it's a business. It really is. It stinks. It's no fun, in my opinion.
Well, hopefully, I mean, I think the successful programs are the ones that are able to keep that element in play. That, hey, it is fun, which doesn't mean like happy-go-lucky fun and, hey, come to practice if you want. If you don't show up, no big deal. That's not what we're saying. But it needs to be that, yeah, you enjoy the sport, you enjoy learning it, and, you know, having experience with your teammates on and off the field and or whatever the athletic venue is. And then, it's hopefully an opportunity for growth in all areas. And hopefully you're able to form some important bonds that go with that as well. And yeah, I do wonder if how much of that is being lost, generally speaking. Again, I think there's hopefully always going to be exceptions, and those programs hopefully will be successful and others will try to emulate, but do wonder about it.
I don't know. Look at the sideline. It's pretty close to that wall, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah, I am kind of I'm going to try to do a little more research on it. If it is on both sides here.
It's a football stadium, yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, it would have to be.
I think
if it's 70,
they're in that's the Meadowlands.
What was it, 74? I mean, it sounds like you could conceivably go to 70. Again, I don't know if with the World Cup that they are adamant that this be consistent across the board, or it just has to be within,
I'm with you,
a couple of feet range, a couple of yards of range. But
no, but
you're right.
It
is
pretty cool watching. I have literally been watching it the last few days and just have it on in the background as I'm doing work and stuff like that. It's the nostalgia and like the pageantry and the traditions of the fans is great. So you remember a couple of years ago it was in South America or South Africa, excuse me, and they had those horns. You remember those horns? Remember them?
Yeah,
it's hilarious, dude. I got a great one. So one of the SEAL guys was there as doing security for whoever, whatever. You know what I mean? He was being hired as a security guard. So he goes, I did a lot of things in my life. and I've been a lot of places and a lot of loud places. Nothing has given me PTSD except for that freaking horn in South Africa. And it was like a true Malay or something like that. He goes, I do not have PTSD for all I've been through in my life, but I may have it from that.
Yeah, what is it? Viva Loser or something along those lines.
He goes, I think his exact words were, I think that there were trucks that just drove around town and they just fell out, and everybody just picked them up and started playing them throughout the day, all day. Because that's how everybody did. But it was damn funny. He goes, I've been a lot of places that I should have PTSD from. And he goes, I got it from those damn hordes in South Africa.
Vuvuzela. I was close.
There we
Vuvuzela.
go. Exactly. His mother was a Vuvuzela.
Nothing quite like the Venezuelan Vuvuzelas.
What's the turtle got going this week?
We are heading on vacation Friday, so I'll be out next week. We head down to North Carolina, go down to Holden Beach every summer for a week.
I got to get a co-host.
You got to get a co-host.
And the week after we are off because that's July 4th week.
That is true.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You got the next 2 off.
Yeah, look at that. Just living the
you got to leave your computer.
Life of luxury.
You got to leave the computer here for me, bud.
We are going to have to get that figured out. That is true. Yeah, so we'll look forward to that. He has start of summer baseball tomorrow. Well, actually, I think last night was his first practice, but he missed the first one because of we had a full night of scouting activities that he really needed to attend. So his first summer baseball practice will be tomorrow. Good. And we look forward to that.
Well, I'll see you in a month, Ironhead. Jeez.
Yeah, it'll be a little while. I will be back here on Thursday, and we will have another edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here from Quaker Steak and Lube at that time. Until then, be good and be safe.
You look a bit nervous, eh?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, Coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox State College.